Hey guys, it's Drac and we're still at Costco. I've got a lot of fun stuff to make videos on, so what do you call this one? The R.A.P.A.H? R.A.B.A.H. Yeah, so anyway, we call it the R.A.B.A.H. The R.A.B.A.H. And in addition to spitting some 6 beats, these blasters are a very interesting kind of step forward for homemades, or maybe a step backwards, really a step sideways, I think. And so they prime with this strange bolt action here, and I'll go ahead and let you show how that works. Why did you put a scope on it?
So I can aim better, obviously.
There you go. So
they're kind of weird. You can prime them a couple different ways, but I think the one that gives you the most leverage is if you kind of push it back with your palm.
Okay.
Brace it against the stock against your shoulder.
Especially if you're a righty. So these are not necessarily ambidextrous blasters, are they?
They could be made so that the slot is on either side, but you kind of have to pre-plan that.
Right. So I think that they're interesting. This one is a hopper, so it won't be legal for today's war, but they are, of course, totally changeable. He's probably going to put a breech on it. I do want to point out that in addition to the cool 3D printed parts, you've got a foregrip on yours as well as a rail attachment piece, which is kind of neat. But the overall catch mechanism and trigger here is super duper cool. I in particular like that you can change the trigger plate. So you'll notice that on this one, it's angled, but on this one it is flat, and I think that the ability to change these trigger caps is just a fun little innovation that I haven't seen on any other homemades. But I'll try charging this, and so doing it away from my body I feel like is harder than doing it up against yourself. But so what he's saying is you put this in your shoulder and then prime this way, and then the return springs on the outside are actually a very nice catch, because I like that you can come all the way back and then just release. It reminds me a little bit of like a bolt action rifle, not just a Nerf blaster, but firing through the chronograph. And this is of course only a half full hopper. Is 218, and that's pretty standard for something like this. I think it's rocking a full K26. K25, which is why it's a little bit easier to prime.
I don't know if you could prime it easily with a K25.
With a K26, right. 229, so definitely in that range, but a really, really cool look and a new style of homemade. I look forward to having one kind of designed that fits me a little bit better, because this is weird for me. I don't know. But the bolt action with the return is definitely really cool. I remember the old bolt action snaps, and I think that this is much, much nicer. So hopefully you guys think that this is interesting. Occasionally I show these homemade blasters just because they're fun, and I don't do a lot of work with them. So when I get the opportunity to take a look at them, it's fun to share. Thanks for watching.